All right. We are back with Blocky music. And I have once again Alyssa and I have once again Janet. So hello.
Oh.
Hello.
And today we're going to be doing the Chip and Dale soundtrack for the NES. Blocky music is where we listen to music from video games and then they are ranked based off of Alyssa and Janet's preferences. And they kind of have to decide and figure out what is what. So,
Hmm.
Chip and Dale is a Nintendo game. It's again, most of these games are platformers, like on the Nintendo. So left to right, jump around, bounce on stuff, hit enemies. Chip and Dale was one of the games. Capcom had a license with Disney, so they made a bunch of Disney games, and they were all really good. And they weren't like oh, we're gonna send our B team to make these Disney games. Like they brought their main guys to make these games. So both in terms of like the art, the game themselves, and the music. So it's not like they contracted some random guy to make these. Like they brought their A team for these. I think this composer also did one of the Mega Man soundtracks. So all that being said, we're gonna start. They're labeled in letters and stuff, but I'll describe what they are because it's kind of hard to if you don't know. So Zone Zero is it's an alley, and then you climb up some poles, and then you go into a lab. So Zone Zero. Okay, this time I'll start with Alyssa.
Oh. Oh no. Uh um so this sounds like the opening theme to like a cartoon show, essentially. Um uh it's I mean, as far as the overall beat and the melody, it's not my preference. Um I don't know, it also kind of reminds me of like circus music to a degree. So, um I would probably say like give this a 2.
Okay, and Janet.
That took a turn. I was not expecting her to say two. This one was pumped up. I heard the carnival theme as well. I can see these little mice or squirrels. What are they? Chipmunks.
Chipmunk.
Roaming around. I'm gonna give it a 4. I really liked it. It was a nice little tune.
Okay, and then I'm very biased towards this game, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
split it down the middle. 2 and 4, we're gonna do a 3,
Fair
and go
enough.
from there. So Zone A, C, and E all use the same song. The main one it's used in is, or the I guess the first time you run into it is Zone A. It's a big tree, and you start at the bottom and you climb your way to the top, and then you fight the boss. So Zone A, C, and E. Okay, Janet.
Again, I really liked this one. It sounded fun. Um, I'd give it a. Well, the loop also was pretty small. I don't know if that's going to be a reoccurring theme
Yes,
here.
yes, it is.
Gotcha. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it a 3.
Okay, a 3, and then Alyssa, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I definitely prefer this song to the opening. Um it's not as kooky feeling, I guess. Uh It's definitely nice. It has a nice little tune to it. I a three sounds good to me. I'd listen to this every once in a while. That's kind of how like I base my ratings. Like how often would I listen to this?
All right. Zone B is it's like a restaurant or something. It's weird. It's kind of hard to describe because you're a chipmunk, so everything's really big. But I believe this is a restaurant. Yeah. Okay, Alyssa.
I also like this one. I like how it develops. It's a lot quieter. It's like you're in the back kitchen, type thing. Not in the front of the restaurant where it's loud and busy. I I'd comfortably sit this out of 3, maybe a 4 depending on the day, but today it's a 3.
Okay, Janet.
I would also give it a 3. Nothing really stood out to me for this one though, so I'll stick with the 3.
Okay, damn, we are like mediocre across the board right now.
His bias is like
No,
F
it's
you
just
guys.
interesting. Well, because the last one you guys were like, oh, that's a 5. Hell yeah, that's a 5. Interrupt the song. Stop the song. It's a 5. And this time it's like, no, yeah.
Not for no Chippendale.
I think this is a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Zone D. It is a toy shop. So it's kind of have like a, like you're in a toy
Look at him trying to like make it sound nice so that we can.
Well, I was just trying to describe it, and I'm like, it's a toy shop.
He's trying to put the idea in our head.
Who started the last one?
Alyssa.
All right, Janet.
Alrighty. I liked it towards the end, how it kind of comes to an end and then it loops. Obviously, it loops up, but it was a nice like. Some of them I can't really feel the transition. This one was obvious. I don't know why, but I liked that for this song. I'm gonna give it a 4. I liked it.
Okay, Alyssa.
I feel like it kind of fits that excitement because you said toy shop. It kind of fits that excitement of like, ooh, like looking at all the toys and stuff and like, ooh, what am I gonna get? Type thing. I would personally still just put it at a 3. Like I like the tune, I like how upbeat it is, but it would be a 3 for me.
Okay. Because we only have 3s, I'm gonna give it a 4. Just because it looks sad across the board. Zone G is Fat Cat's Casino.
Okay.
That's it. That's the tweet. Wait, no, it's not.
Something.
This ain't labeled right.
You liar.
Yeah, seriously. How could you?
So this is actually it's supposed to be labeled F, H, and I. So these two, the names are backwards. This one is the first time you play it, you're like in a factory kind of, but they use it in a bunch of other spots. Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay. I
Alyssa?
believe it's Alyssa's
It's
turn.
Alyssa's turn. Yes, yes, yes.
I like that one a little bit more than the other ones we've heard. Just like the overall beat and whatnot. I would personally put that, I think, at the top of the threes. It's not above a 3 for me.
Okay, and
No.
then Janet.
Tis a 5. I
Jesus
loved it.
Christ.
Oh my god.
It was great. I maybe because it sounds familiar, which means this might be like one of, if not one of Victor's favorites. Because I'm like, I wouldn't know it unless he plays
which
it.
one. I know which
So-
one's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 because that one stood out the most.
Okay. Split it at a 4. This one I do like because it kind of has like a swing beat to it, almost kind of like you can see like people dancing in like a old timey, like
Yeah.
it has that kind of like the way the beat moves and like bounces around. It has that. So it is fun and it's very different. It has I believe that's the shortest loop at like 15 seconds or something, which is really short. But also the levels that it plays in it are not that long. So, next one is what should be Zone G. I assume, I hope when I play it, it's not the same friggin' song. But this one should be Fat Cat's Casino. Okay, Janet.
Give that one like a between a 3 and a 4. It's all right. Nothing really stood out.
Okay, wow. Okay, between a 3 and a 4. Alyssa?
That would be in the 3s for me.
Oh my
Definitely
god.
in the 3s.
Okay, so we'll do a 3. We'll do a 3. Oh boy, this is gonna be a sad one. All right, and the last one, Zone J. It is Fat Cat's factory. It is where they his base of operations is a food like cat food factory, and it is called the Happy Cat Factory. So here we go.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Alyssa.
That one can have a 5. That one's the only one deserving of a 5. It just develops well. I don't know. I've also heard this. I know this is like your favorite song, and I know why from this game. It's just good. It deserves a 5.
Okay, and then Janet.
This one actually sounds like a song. The rest of them just sounded like beat bops, right? I like this one for that reason because I'm like, oh, this is a nice tune by itself. I don't need a background story to enjoy it. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay. And then we're going to scooch these, and then we have to go through these guys real quick. So, yeah, just I'll play some of it. The loops aren't that long, but I'll just play some of it, and then we'll figure out between these two. Okay, Janet.
Tough one, because like I like where they're at, but I want them to be at the same level. I don't want them to be one above the other. But if I had to, I'm gonna go with the. I think Zone G should be the one on top.
Okay, and Alyssa.
Yeah, Zone G should be on top.
Yeah, that one. What she
not,
said.
Yeah, yeah, that's not even like a. Shut up.
Okay, and then we have 4 at 3. So again, I'll just play them and then we'll decide. Okay, Alyssa.
I would put the last one higher. Like first or no, like in the second 3 spot. Yeah, in the second 3 spot. Um, I would put, what is it? The Zone 0 one. I I would put that one last personally. I'm sure Janet would like it where it is. See. Yeah, or you know what? That's fine. I would just move that last one.
Okay, Janet.
I also wanted. I would have moved Zone A to the before, like to the first of the three.
Oh, that's fine.
3 stars, and then Zone 0. I wanted it last.
Oh, we did agree on that. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that is it then, I guess, for Chip and Dale. Doesn't not the strongest one, especially compared to what we just saw. But I want to hear. I guess Alyssa can go first. Overall, what are you giving it from a 1 to 10?
From a 1 to 10, just based on all the ratings, I'd probably give it a 4 or a 5 star because there's really only like one strong song for me, like really strong song in there. So that doesn't really save all the other ones.
Okay, and then Janet.
I would give it like a 5, just because it just sounds like a. Again, visually, I don't know. If the actual gameplay, I don't know. But just sounds wise, it just sounds like a small little game you'd pick up from like Swap Meet. So I'd give it a 5.
Okay. I mean, I can agree. Like this soundtrack, I have personal attachment because I'm biased because it was a game I played a lot. But overall, the soundtrack, like on its own, like it does feel like kind of like I think Janet was the one who said like Zone J sounded like a kind of like a song, and the other ones kind of didn't have as much going on. They felt more like empty and hollow, and it's kind of like we've heard some of the songs where they like make them somehow feel more full, just with like the instruments that they use and like how they layer stuff. And I think Zone J is the only one that had anything close to that. The other ones kind of just feel like a bunch of like instruments playing together, but like they're all doing their own thing as opposed to working together to make one full thing, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see why you guys think this, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when we did Turtles in Time, where you guys were like, I was like, oh, I thought I really liked this soundtrack, but I never analyzed it. I just kind of like, oh, it's just something I've heard my whole life. And then when I listened to them like that, and you guys talked about it, and I was like, you know what, maybe I like it in the sense of like like in the game, but like outside of the game, there's only like one or two songs that I really really do like. That would kind of just stand on their own. So this is kind of in that same way. All that being said, that was Chip and Dale for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and yeah, join us next time for more.
That's what NES or NES stands for.
Yeah, the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh no.
I'm learning so much today.
No.
Okay. Cool. Bye.